Globally, plastic waste management is a huge challenge. It is estimated that by the year 2025, plastic waste that ends up in the ocean annually will double, and this will have significant impact on aquatic life. Already, about 8 million metric tons of plastics enter the ocean yearly, and Ghana has its share of plastic pollution. According to a 2019 UNDP report, Ghana produces some 1 million tons of plastic annually, with only 2 to 5% of it being recycled. Previous governments have attempted banning some types of plastic in the past, but have failed. The incumbent MPP government has stated it has no plans of banning plastic.
In managing plastics, we think that a wholesale ban will not be in the interest of Ghana, because plastics are used everywhere, in the hospitals, in the homes, in industry, in agriculture, and so on. So, for example, the very ugly plastic bags, the ones that you use to nurse things, if you say you're going to ban it, what are the Ministry of Agriculture going to use?
Instead, the government has announced an action plan which it says will eventually change the way plastics are manufactured, used, and reused.
The National Plastics Management Policy of Ghana, whose blueprint has attracted the attention of the global community and has led us to this exciting partnership with the World Economic Forum. Ghana's plastic management policy is not focused only on how to address plastic waste, but takes also a holistic view of the entire value chain of plastics and seeks to achieve several objectives. Amongst them, the principal ones are to develop a working circular economy framework for plastics in Ghana, to reduce our reliance on the use of plastics and promote their replacement with green alternatives, to nurture the development of new business models for job creation throughout the value chain, to develop systems and infrastructure across the country that will ensure that we're not littering our plastic waste, but using them as resources for value addition.
In Ghana, plastics are part of life on a daily basis. Almost every single item purchased at the shop or in the market is wrapped in one plastic or another. As the country sinks deeper into the plastic waste menace, some Ghanaians are doing something different to tackle the problem. At Zenu, a suburb of Ashaiman in the Greater Accra region, Maxwell engages the services of about 30 people to gather, wash, and package plastics for resale. Maxwell has been doing this for the past 1.5 years. His purpose, he says, is to be part of the solution to the plastic problem.
As you can see the volumes of work that we have, this alone tells you that we have a big problem at hand. And the problem means we need people to solve it. And I have committed to solving or helping solve the plastic pollution situation in Ghana. And so it's my little of contributing to getting Ghana clean of plastics. So we have people who pick the plastic on the field. Okay, so we go to the various spots where we can identify plastics. So like Labadi Beach. So you see, you have different types of plastics that I handle here. So we have the plastic bottles, what you call the PET, and then the LD, and the P and HDP, and all those ones. So the bottles, when it comes to the bottles, we go to the Labadi Beach, Laboma, Mighty Beach, Independence Square, all those places, name it. Wherever there's plastic, we are there. You can see that the rubbers are bagged in bales, what we call bales, those mosquito net and the rest. So when you finish one, it's 40 cedis. The most important thing is putting smiles on the faces of these people. If you know the story of some of these people, where they've come from, how they are living, to the extent that we are putting smiles on their faces, we are giving them livelihood, a source of income. I'm okay.
Maxwell also believes with continuous public education, people would understand the value of plastics and will no longer treat it as waste.
It will take a while, but with continuous education, people are getting to realize that there's value in plastic. So over time, we are hoping that everybody will begin to segregate their waste from home. so that we don't lump everything together and take to the sewages, the boiler and all those places. We no longer burn plastics. So it will take a while, but very soon we'll get there.
Nevertheless, he knows he cannot do it all by himself. Maxwell wants the government to task companies whose packaging involves plastic to recover them after use.
To government, I think that there is the need for putting responsibility on the producers of these plastics, for them to take responsibility, to partner with aggregators like us to do recovery of their plastic. You don't just have to produce and throw it into the market for people to consume, and you don't educate them as to how to treat it after consumption, or you don't task anybody to do recovery of these plastics for you. I think that there is the need for them to partner aggregators to do recovery of these plastics. It's very necessary. This is a big business, trust me. Elsewhere it's a big business, but just that we are not there. And we are open to any form of partnership, anybody who wants to invest in this, because we want to actually flake this, we want to crush it into flakes and even export it. It's a exportable product. Okay, the price of this outside is huge, but here we don't have the market. The price is so low, so it's not motivating a lot of people to go into the recovery. But if we can have company like ours that will crush it into flakes or even pelletize it for industry, we will see a lot of interest coming in. A lot of people will be chasing plastic. Even when you are drinking water, people will follow you to just drop it so they'll pick it from the floor.
Maxwell's workers like Zainab and Daniel Akwete are satisfied with the work they do, even though it does not pay much.
We point osi yambra baji for Ghana. Inti ya point na ya kacho se yen wia ya bakacho se o maebi. Inti oba maebi na ya kwa dichinya ya baba ye wia na ya jidi aka. 40 cities na enso ye. Me ba sabe ni nyina da kuro say 40 cities enso ye. Isi a o kita dwuma ba ho a emboa wo. Nti na yesu ye hu we a ufa we kakra na ufa we kakra ebe ye bibi ma.
They say they are happy to be contributing to a clean environment.
Njecheche ye bia more than 20 years. Nichimo na no nchimo first rubber na sha washa. Sibia na washa don wo buo na ni megba loka ya. Anu me meko ba namba wo washa ke wo ka sha don. Shin wo buo na ha. Do buo na ke ifa ke ba loka. Anya ba ka to 2 months. Low 3 months, and now stuck about it. Skadjumbo ne le Robert Bapi. Look a day for one load back sack after 5. Skadjumbo ne. Oh, yeah, fine. If you know about you, country and if you know about you.
Bolaplast is another waste management company working to tackle the plastic waste menace in Ghana. Its CEO, Abubakar Isaka, and a few hands pick empty plastic bottles and turn them into something useful, such as dustbins, which they place at vantage points at Mamobi in Accra.
I used to play football, and that is how it all started. At the beach, I went to Accra Beach to train Osu just at the castle. And after training, I wanted to pull some nets by helping the fishermen. We did that, and then the outcome wasn't good. We were expecting a lot of fishes, but it was rather unfortunate. The fishes they caught was very, very little, small. And then the man was disturbed, I was disturbed. So when I wanted to go home, he asked me that where I came from, and I said I'm from Mamobi. So he said, do you know that most of this waste is coming from Mamobi? And then I felt bad.
He tells me due to lack of support, it is very challenging to keep going, as most of his income comes from the sachet water waste he sells. Ghana is the first country in Africa to adopt a plastic waste strategy. But is this what will fast-track the plastic menace solution? Reporting for Citi News, I am Gifty Tracy Aminu.